Hello, this is Stephen Childs. I serve Team Fairness. I defeat evil. I was told that I can, telepathically, in the early 90s. And I had this dream where I used to live when I was growing up, the people that are there now, one of them was doing evil against me. And so the spirit beings, I could hear them communicating to me telepathically. I couldn't see anyone. They said, he's using evil against you. They showed me an image of him. And if I want, I can break his back to stop him, apparently. And I thought it through. I probably should stop him from doing evil because he'll probably do evil to other people too. So I said, yeah, I'll do it. I'll break his back to stop him. And this was all telepathic. It was a dream. I was sound asleep. So at that very second when I decided to do it, I woke up in bed, remembering every detail of the dream. It's like this morning, just before I got the notification on the phone, and it was loud enough that I would have heard it. I woke up before the notification came into the phone. They woke me right up. When they want me to wake up, I wake up instantly and I'm wide awake. So now that I've told people about this ability to break someone's back, evil, the very thing that I'm trying to break the back of, see, this is metaphorical, symbolic. So it doesn't have to be about any kind of violence. I don't think it is. See, they're wondering how I'll interpret the dream. So they're weaponizing that against me. So they're trying to break my back. Do you think that's frustrating? So a few days ago, I was in a argument, sound asleep. Well, I think I was in a hypnagogic state on this particular incident. It's hard to tell. I could have been sound asleep, totally asleep, thinking I was hypnagogic. You can be asleep dreaming, and you can dream that you're wide awake, and you don't really know until you realize that you were dreaming. That's the nature of dreams. So this was a guy who has been attacking me, trying to scare me, trying to stop me. And I've had this fear of something for my whole life, probably. It's an authority figure. And when I was told by my spirit guide to get magic mushrooms, because I have some health issues I need to heal, and she was adamant about it. You got to get some. Get them. Do it. So I was going to move to Colorado so that I wouldn't be afraid. There you go. What's this fear about? Afraid of what? Afraid of being put in prison? Afraid of being arrested? Charged with a crime? That's what the nature of this authority was. I don't know if it may be an alien disguised as a policeman. See what I'm saying? Using the law of the land to defeat me so that it can continue doing evil to humans. And it's an evil spirit. It tries to get us on its side. So it gets policemen on its side. And so they need to listen to this, what I'm talking about. So I got back from a trip to Colorado to investigate moving there. And wondering about acquiring some psilocybin mushrooms. So anyway, I come back, and my neighbor friend, I was telling him about it. He said there's a church here in Salt Lake City, a mushroom church. And I said, really? And he said, yeah. And he told me the name. It's the Divine Assembly, TDA. I just happen to have the membership card right here. I don't know how to change this thing the right way. It's got my name on it, and it describes what it's about, and it's saying, don't arrest us. We ask you to not arrest us, because we are using psilocybin as a sacrament, as a spiritual tool. And historically, this is a fact. This is why we're able to do it. State law number 200, Utah state law, gives us the right to do this. It's very clear. So, this evil being is telling me to stop the use of psilocybin. And he's like, being really miserable about it. And he realizes that I'm not going to... This is the thing I was afraid of my whole life. It's an evil spirit. So, after toward the end of this conversation of him telling me that I got to give up to him in so many words, I got jolted with this blast of energy. I don't, if they would add a camera on me, I'm interested to know if it actually moved my body while I was asleep. So some physical force outside of me did something, like psychokinesis, like moving an object. So he said, I was just seeing if I could break your back. And at this point, I thought it through, and I think this guy's kind of funny. It's like in dry humor, because I didn't get my back broke. And maybe he's trying to find out what's the right way to go. So I'm trying to convince everyone to join Team Fairness. There's not a leader. There's the law of fairness that's the leader. That's the only boss, is the law of fairness. So we all count the same in Team Fairness. So I'm wondering how that will work out. We'll figure it out using the 1 minute method on who should be the one employed by the nonprofit organization. The law of the land stipulates rules on how do you go about this. So I already have the website. It's like the hub for the idea, for the Team Fairness idea, the way of fairness, to implement the World Fairness Agreement so that we can stop humans from being stupid and killing each other in wars. So this is wisdom, to choose fairness as the boss of all of us. So if you want to know what wisdom is, it's that. To stop doing others wrong and join together to get everyone else to stop doing us wrong. Peacefully, by invitation. That's the wisest thing humans could do at this point, I would think. So the way this plays out is it's portraying to be the God of the Bible. And my spirit guide told me it's Zeus, father of the gods. Well, that's the same entity that became the father of the Christian religion. Apparently, this is what they're suggesting to me. Is this father figure was there before Christianity was even thought of. And Christianity copies Stoicism, the forgiveness, the detachment from those that do you wrong method. It's very clear. And there's just so many ideas and mythological practices that were done before Christianity that were later implemented by Christianity, like Mithraism. So Mithraism didn't win, Christianity did, and the Christians stopped all the Mithra people. Well, the Mithra myth was that he sacrifices a bull, and there's drawings, pictures of him killing a bull. And I don't like that. So I'm glad Christianity won. And in Christianity, it's the God that got sacrificed. It's like Mithra himself became the one that sacrificed, not the bull. So this is like his karma for killing the bull. He killed the bull, and the karma of this ends up that him is sacrificed. What you did to that is going to happen to you. What you do to someone else happens to you. So I read the Bible and I'm thinking, Jesus, why are you cursing a fig tree? The fig tree is innocent. So I like the good parts of the Bible and I don't like the evil parts. Evil is when you do someone wrong, a human or an animal, a plant. That's evil. We're doing evil to planet Earth, collectively. Lots of evil to planet Earth with our greenhouse gases going into the atmosphere. That's one of the major ways. So we have water mains breaking in Utah all over the place. There's been several of them. I'm watching a video, and this Father God character, through the woman, attacked me, and then it's like I get in this struggle for who's the God guy. The guys on the news or me. And it's like I got the message through her that this is why I tried to break your back. So Zeus is speaking through her. See, it's not about male or female. I just saw a video, Jordan Peterson, where there's been non-human intelligences here forever, for a long time, since the beginning. They told me it's true, and they're lost, they're trapped, and so they had to take control of the humans. This is like the Anunnaki. Okay, in the dream I was given, they're going to become good guys, and I have to guide them in the role of Christ. So Christ is not in the Bible, it's me. And from the dreams I'm being given. I'm an atheist. I don't think the Creator had a mind in the first place at all. I just don't think so. I have no belief of an original intelligence that's the cause of reality. Therefore, I'm an atheist. It's not like there might be one and there might not be one. I don't think there is. I think intelligence emerged from biological evolution. And you can think it to other universes prior to this, and eventually you'd arrive at the place where was the first intelligence and how did it come into being? Probably just like it did here, through evolution. That's why. So, those who believe in God and want me to surrender to Jesus, they're trying to kill me. So I'm having these paranoid thoughts trying to trip me up, but they don't work. It doesn't work. So I'm in the process. I just had a appointment for my next MRI because I had a pituitary tumor removed, and I had all kinds of strange dreams then, and they're telling me the doctor's trying to kill me. Well, So what happened is I had insurance, Obamacare, and Obama's like a corporate servant. And so I was disappointed that he was a corporate servant rather than a people servant. They get their money from the corporations. So did Obama. And it started us on this path that's led up to where we're at with Trump. They kept telling me Obama slipped on a banana peel, the spirit friend did. So when I got back to work driving truck yet again, and so now I'm making too much money to get Obamacare, and so they told me my insurance was going to be canceled if I didn't accept the $430 monthly payment, and it's been several years ago. And so I really suffered a lot with this because it's like the principle of the thing, and I don't like insurance anyway because people, oligarchs become billionaires through insurance. Ralph Nader said only 60% of the dollar that you pay for insurance comes back to you. It sounds like a racket, doesn't it? If that's true. So I decided not to have insurance. Well, within a month, I had the automobile wreck, hemorrhaged the tumor, pituitary tumor, and probably saved my life because I had sepsis. I was having health problems. And so I go in for this surgery without insurance. And by the grace of somebody, I had all my savings, over $40,000 that went into paying the bills off. So I kept my $3,000 car. Well, I was able to keep money to buy the car, and it was like $4,000 or something, because my truck was totaled, the one I was driving that got in the wreck. And they're telling me that the cop told the woman to not slow down, so that when I went through the gap, the other traffic was waving me through. Somebody waved me through, and I started to go through it. Bam! Got hit. She was speeding. I was in a coma within a couple of days. I was in no condition to do anything about it. Other than before I went into the coma, right after the wreck, I was on my way to send a copy of the information that would put a tweaker in court that would be enough evidence to bring about a conviction. She tried scamming me out of some money. She stole my checkbook. And I got there. I had to walk because my truck was crashed. So I walked like, I don't know, close to a mile, and faxed it in. And then I could relax, and when I started to relax, I realized something's wrong. So I called a friend, and he helped me take care of my pickup truck that had been towed away, and we signed the title over to them. So I was able to accomplish what I needed done, and that within a day I was in a coma. So it was a slow process. One of the spirits told me to take some aspirin, and I know that would cause more hemorrhaging. And so I thought, maybe it's some miracle, because I'm thinking, what do I have to lose? So whether it's smart or dumb, it was dumb. I took one aspirin, and I'm sure that made it worse. So I'm struggling with my eyes. You probably noticed on the videos that my eyes are not, I have lazy eye now. So I have an appointment with an optometrist, and I'm going to get an eye exam again. And it's at a place where I owe them like $100 and something, and I didn't have any money. They quit sending me bills. So my argument is that it's unfairness that put me in this situation. It's unfairness that caused my bipolar disorder. It's unfairness that causes paranoia, because there really is things that are harmful to us. And then the delusional mind creates monsters. It's like the map, where they didn't know where the continent was. Out there at the beyond uncharted area, here being the monsters. It was right on the maps. So our mind conjures up monsters. Well, the monster is real, and it's the collective narcissism of humanity. That's what the monster is. And it's our tendency to join with the evil spirit in picking on someone else. Don't do it. That's an evil spirit that you're joining with in your mind. It's not you that initiates it. You might think how you used to think about picking on the guy, and then that evil spirit's like, yeah, this is fun, let's do this. Don't do it. Don't do anyone wrong. So we fight against being influenced by the evil spirit. So I've just moved the microphone. I set it down. I hope the volume is still okay. So I just went and got a glass of water, and it tastes okay. So see, there's like this strange phenomena where you'll have something taste bad. It's like, might be from COVID, but it was happening before COVID. You smell something that doesn't smell good out of the blue, from out of nowhere. And it's not really there. It's just in your experience. It's like you'll have a memory of something that stinks, and it comes back, and you can't stop this memory from returning in your mind. And because we have a collective consciousness, it can be transferred, like a bus transfer, to a different person. There you go. Have some shit. It's crazy. No, it's not. It's reality. It's the reality we're in. It's one thing. And it's us. And it does what it wants. Just do whatever you want. It's your karma. I need to add that, because people will weaponize that. They'll say, you told us to do what we want. Exactly. You'll learn by doing what you want. It's your karma. When you do someone wrong, there's a consequence. Tastes fine. So the spirits are hard. It's hard to tell if they're evil spirits or good spirits. And sometimes they cross over maybe, and they test to see if you'll go evil, and when you don't, then they decide they'll be good too. So it's really interesting working with this telepathic connection to these other societies of spirits, like Swedenborg called them societies of spirits. And he was totally biblical with this 1700. If he would have said he's not biblical, they'd have killed him for heresy, you know. So, the spirit being is telling me that the water main is the cause of the bad taste in water. They did something to the water main. Somebody did something, and the water main's causing this bad tasting water. Well, I got the video loaded in Utah. All these water mains are blowing up. Look at the videos. I mean, there's a lot of pressure. This water is shooting all over. People's houses have filled up with mud. Their basements. So she's got the Father Zeus power telling me that I'm going to break your back. And it's like, I didn't really try very hard. And so what can I do? Bring it on. Why don't you kill me? The evil spirits are saying the doctor wants me dead. Kill me right now, doc. I'm ready. Break my back right now. I'm ready for my back to be broken right now. See, you called their bluff. Robert Falconer said, if you're not afraid of these evil spirits, they can't do anything. And he was talking with Bernardo Kastrup, I think, that talks about the diamond that he had to surrender to. And I read somewhere that they associate it with Zeus, and there's a burning or heat in the chest. That's what the Book of Mormon says. You'll have a heat burning in your bosom, it says. And then you know the church is true, and you surrender to that God. Or if you don't, you'll burn in hell. That's the one I'm fighting. It's lying. We're not going to burn in hell for defying it. The Gnostics were on the right track. They realized that God is evil. That is not a good God, and it was the God of the Old Testament. See what I mean? I'm fighting it still. People have been fighting this before the Bible was written. So you'll see the good side in the Old Testament, where there's a God of goodness there that's helping you fight against the evil God. So you have to, they call it discernment. You have to think clearly to see your way through this stuff. Okay, so I'm being told about the water main problem before the first water main pipe blew up. Precognitively. So people are saying that I'm a prophet. Well, I'm an atheist prophet. Okay. What's a modern word for it? I have precognition. See, they're thinking that I should be the chosen one that fits their image of what I'm supposed to be like. So I'm supposed to be a Mormon bishop or whatever by now. No, I don't believe the Mormon church to be true. I didn't get the burning in the bosom. When I was a teenager, I was in extreme emotional turmoil because I had just realized I don't believe in the Mormon church anymore. And so I was really floundering. I was depressed. I was suicidal. And I made a choice to not go right, choose the right. No, I chose the left. They have this motto, choose the right, in Mormon church. So I associated it with politics when I was a teenager. So I knew if I went left, I was going to have a lot of trouble. And then I start having these dreams that I'm the Christ, and I'm thinking, I'm going to have a lot of trouble. And I did. I did have a lot of trouble. So this, I realized like yesterday, this is like a video game. So when they don't defeat you, and your spirit friend's telling you about the water main problem, and they don't defeat you, you know what happens? Many water mains explode. The power of the all-powerful oneness. It's synchronicity. So am I making this happen? Yes, by not choosing to surrender, by choosing to continue to defeat evil. I'm making the water mains break. Indirectly. Would they have broke anyway? Maybe not. Maybe it was my choice to continue to defeat evil and to continue to not surrender to these authoritarian monsters disguised as Zeus or whatever that are threatening to break my back. And I don't surrender. And so I'm on my walk on the trail yesterday at Provo Canyon. I've become a major fan of Provo Canyon, and it's a wonderful place. So there's like the American Fork side of Temp, so there's American Fork Canyon too. It's a little bit of a drive. That's the drawback. But I can be up to trails that are at 10,000 feet. 9,000, 10,000. Quakies that are like 2 feet across. Huge quaking aspen. And there's like 4 waterfalls. They're small. There's Bridalveil Falls. You can drive right there and park at the view area and see Bridalveil Falls in Provo Canyon. So I'm on this hike, and the people are are speaking for the evil one, the evil god. The Gnostics called him the Archon, the demiurge from Plato. I'm not a fan of Plato or Neoplatonism. I'm not really a Gnostic. I gained from it. What I am is a member of the Church of Fairness. We use scientific evidence to find out what truth is. That's not Gnosticism. Gnosticism is all this insane mythology. Worse than ever. If we didn't have enough problems with the myths we had, they made a whole bunch more. I think maybe to put it to the point of an absurdity or something. So the people on the trail are attacking me with words, insulting me, saying things that only I know. How do they know this stuff? It's telling them. These aliens that have control of us have control of them. So don't judge. This is what Jesus was told to teach. They liked what Jesus was thinking too. There was two. I was told there was two. I guess that's what they mean. So, when a person is fighting to defeat evil, and it defeats them, which it does probably 99.99% of the time, possibly, let's hope not, even if it is that much, so it defeats you. So then you have to be on the side that's insulting me, offending me, trying to get me to surrender. Because if you don't, you'll be under attack. I understand that. So, maybe day after tomorrow, these people defeat evil too. So, my spirit friend, I went to the doctor, and the doctor, I was getting the doctors from his mind, I'm the Christ. And I'm like, no, I'm the only Christ. They said, this is just thoughts in my mind. And it corresponds with our exchange, and we like each other. We always have. And so I said, there's a way to work all this stuff out. And it kind of matched with what he was doing in real life and also in the telepathic side. And right then, my spirit friend said, he's the Christ. Your doctor's the Christ. And I just said immediately, it's you. You're the one. And then later on, I got on the elevator, and they got mirrors in the elevators nowadays, so people don't get bored or whatever with the slow speed of the elevator. Maybe it's playtime. So anyway, people are going to be people. When I went in the elevator, and she said, look in the mirror. My spirit friend did. And she says, now he knows it's you. So he must have seen an image. I've had people see me, and they're like, whoa. They're like seeing me as Christ or something. And it's hallucination. So the people that offended me on my hike up to Bridalveil Falls and various locations nearby, my spirit friend said, I said, they're making me angry. They're offending me more than I can handle, and I'm not able to forgive and ignore it and not react. I'm not able to stop my response. And she said, pick up a rock and throw it into that other rock. And so I did. And she said, that's all you need to do. And when I threw the rock into the other rock, one bird flew up that was sitting on the ground. So it was 2 stones to get 1 bird. I realized that. Instead of 2 birds with 1 stone. It was 2 stones for 1 bird to get, and it was not an enemy bird. It was a friend bird. I'm like, see you, bird. And then a bunch more birds come all around, you know, like Francis of Assisi. They said he was crazy because he would talk to animals and stuff. I was always intrigued with Dr. Dolittle because he talked to and his name, Dolittle, you know, he's like an awakened sage. He's like just talking to animals and all this magical stuff is happening. See, people have been writing clever things forever. So there was an earthquake in Alaska. And I was thinking about the rocks, and I moved a bigger rock, a little bit with the small rock, and then a bird flew up. And there was an earthquake in Alaska, and there are water mains breaking all over the place. They're telling me I'm powerful now, very powerful. You're welcome to join us by an invitation to join with Team Fairness. Because we want the right to not be done wrong by the archons, by the police, by the criminals, to the police. We want the police to not be done wrong, and we want the criminals to not be done wrong. We want everybody to not be done wrong anymore. The crime will go away, and we can have more free time to, maybe you find a place you like to hike, and you can go for a hike every day like I can now. So I'm driving Uber. And I've been getting all these reports that I'm a dangerous driver. I'm a retired truck driver over the road. And I have had a problem with being intimidated by other drivers. So I'm in a process of breaking through this unnatural fear. And I'm driving like everybody else. But because I'm open with my talk, I'm talking about I need to be careful here, you know, and I'm talking about Team Fairness. And I'm asking for what's the best route from the riders. So I open up about driving safe, and it's on their mind, and so they mark down that I did something unsafe or something. So the Archon, evil spirit guy, Zeus, he wants me fired off the road. I'm like, why don't you just kill me, Zeus? They don't. They want me to surrender to them. No, Zeus is going to surrender to me. I'm the Christ. Have a great day.